Hello and welcome to this training module, which is designed to help you deal with having the right mindset to succeed in this business. You know, when you consider for a moment the products and the compensation plan are the same and the training system's the same, it really comes down to you and your willingness and where your attitude and your mindset is. There's something between the ears, right, that talks to us all the time. And the way our minds talk to us really help us determine our success or our lack of success. So what I want you to do is I really want you to evaluate for a moment, what type of mindset do you have? Do you need a new mindware? Do you need to reboot and start over in your thinking so that you believe successfully like the successful people do? You know, there's an old saying, fake it till you make it. And some people in this industry abuse that mentality, and they think it means buy a car you can't afford, wear suits you can't afford, put a watch on that's fake and say it's real. There's all kinds of things taught out there what fake it till you make it means. That's not the reality of what Jim Rohn and other great leaders said when they said fake it till you make it. What they meant is convince yourself ahead of time. Visualize yourself ahead of time successful. Start having the mindset of someone who's already successful. How would you act if? How would you behave if you were already making $10,000 a month in this company or $30,000 a month in this company or whatever you make in your job and you didn't have to keep that job anymore? How would you behave and act if you owned your life? If you were already there, how would you behave? And see, that's a mindset that you want to work toward having. And if you know in advance that not having that is a risk to your success, and the people that have success believe they're going to have success long before they do, start questioning yourself when you're having self-doubt. And it's okay to feel it, but there's things you can do to overcome it, and that's what I want to talk about here briefly. First of all, you need to have a strong reason why. And you hear that all the time, but I want to show you why you need a strong reason why, and how it affects your thinking. And what we mean by a strong reason why is a reason you're doing this, your motivation for building this business. And if it's just to make extra money, that's what you'll do, just make a little extra money. If your business reasons are deeper than that, like I got to get my parents retired, they're too old to be working, or I've got to get my son through college, or I've got to get my spouse retired, or I've got to retire, I'm going to die if I keep working where I'm working. If it's a deep reason why, you're going to have more success, and this is why. Where you are today, we call that the status quo, okay? Status quo is we've learned to live with it. Now up here is your vision of what you'd like it to be, or your reason why, okay? There's a gap here. Your status quo is what you've come to accept. At the end of a week, if you don't have much money left, you've come to learn to live that way. If at the end of the month you're behind on your bills a little bit, it's frustrating, it's hard, it's stressful, Christmas is horrible, birthdays times are horrible because you feel guilty, you can't give your kids what they need, but you almost come to live with it. It becomes the status quo. You may be unhappy, but you've learned to accept. Some people learn to accept. And when we say mindset, you may need to reboot. We're talking about don't accept it anymore. Start to focus out here on a lifestyle that other people in your neighborhood have, on a lifestyle other people in your state have. And maybe you're the most successful in your family, but if you're not happy and you're stuck with the status quo, start to think like other families. Start to think differently. And that difference, that gap between where you are and where you want to be, that's a gap that starts to feel a little tension. It starts to feel a little pressure. And what that creates is what's called motivation. And motivation is not something you need to get from an outside person. That's called inspiration. But motivation and your real desire will come from focusing on your reason why. This has been proven from a chemical standpoint in your head. When you imagine and visualize these things, you actually get the chemicals secreted in your body like adrenaline and other things that make your mind believe more rather than doubt. Doubt is a negative energy where belief is a positive one. And by focusing on this, if you're doing it the right way, you're not thinking some pie in the sky stuff that's really you don't believe, but if you're really thinking about a lifestyle, you got a plan for a lifestyle that you want to go get, and you're focused on that, it creates motivation for you. It really does. And then you are a self-starter. Everyone heard of a self-starter? You want to be a self-starter. You know, in this industry, so many people, I've seen this for decades, so many people know what to do. They even know how to do it, and they're good at it. They just don't do it. They're tired. They don't have desire. They're worn out. They don't have a reason why. If they have a reason why, they're going to work, and they're out working everybody else. So as you're thinking about your business and how badly you want it, please don't proceed going out there and moving forward without sitting down for a few moments. Take the time. Grab a notepad and write down, what does your ideal life look like? What would you do if you had no job requirement anymore because you earned enough in your business? How would your life be different? What if you could work from your backyard instead of your office? What if you could literally just be on the phone supporting people in their own business, and that's what you made full-time money for? What if you really could just answer questions about a few products, a few services, and get paid for it? What if you could just do that and make full-time money? That is a reality for me. It's a reality for so many other people, but the difference is everyone who it's a reality for believed it was a reality beforehand. Everybody who doubts this industry achieves no success. Everybody who believes in the compensation plan and the products have a tremendous amount of success as long as they are focused on something that gives them this. There's only two things that motivate you, a fear of loss or a vision of gain. Fear of loss is actually stronger. Don't be one of the people that has to have your house in foreclosure before you go to work. Don't be one of the people who has to be 60 without a retirement before you have to go to work. That's fear of loss. Instead, be proactive. It's a discipline change. You may need a new mindware. Reboot. It's time to get rid of the virus. Who cares if your computer's got a virus? Your head might have a virus. Let's get rid of that. Let's get you a new mindware. Focus on your reason why. And once you accomplish that, create another reason why. And many times it's people outside of you that you need to focus on. They become your why. And eventually your why will be helping everyone who joins this business have the success and accomplish their reason why. That'll give you more motivation than you could ever imagine. Hopefully this has helped you. I know it will help you if you apply it. Thank you for watching this video.